Just love that new intro. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another exciting episode of We Shot First. We are in Book 4, Echoes of the Jedi, Season 4, Episode, I want to say 10? I really should just stop putting myself on the spot like that. We are back with the usual bunch of bandits, most of the original cast, and a newcomer, welcoming once again Doug Baldwin, playing our gift from a droid gangster. So, I was thinking about this. They have, like, the droids are technically like a slaved race, and they're owned by a master. And there are feats that Doug, the player, can take to be, like, a free droid, right? So, how weird is it that Switch, which is a free droid that's a gangster, found this thing? It's implied he stole this prototype and sent it off to Jay to field test. Wouldn't that kind of make him, like, a Django Unchained kind of character? Like a One-Eyed Jack kind of, you know, he's kind of like selling out his own sort of, just a food for impolitically correct thought. Your thoughts, gentlemen?
Illogical.
Wrong genre.
What do you think, Master?
Well played. Master is, yeah, staying silent on that one. Also, well done.
Nothing unexpected.
Rocking my vintage 1950 diagram appearing Millennium Falcon shirt and too much lighting. We're back here. When last we left the party, you guys had boarded a consular class vessel. Had, you know, taken control, almost, and I believe our Jedi was trying to make his way through blocked doors and barriers, trying to get to the back where the engines were, because we believe that a Z-95, piloted by a pirate, has docked or landed or magna-locked to the hull and is messing around with something back there. Meanwhile, in the cockpit, we have Rahal Oberus, we have Dr. Leth, and I believe TSX is up there, right? Guardian Master.
I am guarding the prisoners and repairing R4 on the Archelon.
Okay.
TP might be on the other ship, but I'm on the Archelon guarding our prisoners and rebuilding
Right.
R4.
Oh, right. You went to the bunk room, and
That first one.
Yeah, and you were guarding. So, but you're on the comms. That's right. Because one thing about this not being like D&D or whatever is like you guys do have like an instant communication. So it's almost like you're not quite splitting the party. So as long as communications aren't severed, like, oh, I don't know, when Rahal got captured, that kind of was scary, right? You guys can just say, come here, go here, do this. So, starting with Dr. Leth, did you have any other orders for TSX with these prisoners? You just to bag and tag and put them on ice and then what, guard them, come back?
He was to get them and obtain any items off of them that would be productive that would be conducive to violence, lock them in one of our rooms, and then guard them, and whilst guarding them, repair R4 to the best of his abilities.
Right, you started playing doctor with our astromech droid. So brave, little guy. Hey? No?
Yep. And after 10 minutes, I get him 5 hit points back.
Oh, really? You guys remember the scene in Empire where like he just kind of jabs the neck and like 3PO is awake, but he's in a pile of stuff? I think that's what we got going here. Is like you're playing with the head thing, and a couple wires running to the main servo, and the sliced head like wakes up and the eye starts going around, and then he starts bleeping and giving you shit like, my head's off my body! My head is off my body! What the hell, dude? Put me back together! None of this oh my crap from 3PO. R4 just starts literally blaming you for his current condition. Dare you wake me from a coma and not be in one piece? Did I mention he was jealous of you? In case we forgot what happened last episode, right?
Maybe I'll ingratiate myself to him by bringing him back.
That, yeah, any what is it? The way to a droid's heart is through his repairing his servos, something like no, well, something like that.
Through the chest panel.
Through the chest, yeah. They don't really have a heart. I guess you'd have to say a way to a droid's battery, something like that. So, while you are fixing and ingratiating and whatnotting, I'm curious, we left a bit of a puzzle for fans and such. You know, what do you guys think this pirate on the exterior of the hull is up to? What's back there? Where's he going? Anyone?
Either the comm link or the engine.
Yes. Well, the engines are back there as well as a great big satellite communications dish, right? Wonder why he'd want that. What would one do with that? I wonder.
SOS.
Yeah, maybe we've got
Or
friends.
something along those eyes,
Yeah,
those lines.
Yeah, maybe we got.
Or, call in the Empire. You know.
Yes, we got to stop this guy.
We're pirates. We do not want the Empire here, dude. It's like the last people we'd call.
Well, yeah, but call the Empire, hop back into the Z95s, and then just leave. It's like, all right, well, if we can't have the ship, fuck you too.
Don't give him any ideas, man.
Just gonna say that.
Let me just go into Zoom here and change my background to the Imperial Star Destroyer that I had up earlier. No, okay. No. No, you're fine. You guys are gonna do fine. I'm sure it'll be fine. It's all fine. Dr. Leth, your comm goes off and it's R4. And he's explaining the situation about bad touch. This thing is, I don't think he's gonna put me back together right. I don't trust any hands but yours, Doctor.
Well, he happens to have more useful equipment and also be the currently free hands to do it. So please stop complaining for now. I'm sure we can figure something out to make it better. Oh yes, weren't you owed an upgrade by Rahal? I believe he's right here.
Yeah, Rahal hasn't got to that yet. Oh, we haven't been in space, so I don't think he blames Rahal. Like we have been kind of busy.
Oh yeah, no, this is more of a deflection. If he's so worried about being in parts, we can talk about his upgrades while he's already in parts.
I got an interesting question for you guys. Where does the astromech droid stay in downtime? Like, does he have his own room? Does he you guys give him a closet to recharge? Like, we're talking about a charging station in one of the labs and in one of the bays, like for XLS, but we had one hooked up to the ship or whatever because of the droid. But is that where that's like his bedroom? That's his charging station. You guys have where Poser has his chop shop, for his bike. Oh no, wait, no, that's gone now. Down in that other cargo hold. Willem's not happy with me right now. Down in that other cargo hold, this is where the droid maintenance bay is placed, whether it's a table and right. So that's sort of the bedroom, and it's where I go to sleep, or whatever. So it's where I've got.
That's the default area that he was going off.
It's got where he's got his little hollow recordings of his awesome pilot fight battle that you missed, and Sinead O'Connor, and all kinds of other great classic hits. Okay, all right. So anyway, scene comes back to the bridge of the Blood Brother, formerly known as the Duracon 3, I believe. And you guys are trying to keep yourselves from getting locked out and getting more and more rapidly access. So when we left, we killed last episode, and after, one of you guys had an idea and wanted us to look into something to do with the shields.
Yeah. So we kind of have a bit of a, we're not sure what had happened if you were to turn on the shields, because if it's like the shields they show in Star Trek, it's like the dome that surrounds the ship, but I don't think that's how it works in Star Wars. I think it's just a field, but it's an electromagnetic field, and if he's walking along the hull with mag boots,
you want to bump him off.
Yeah, reverse the polarity, so he goes. Pew!
Now you could you could also lose the Z95 that you guys are already coveting. I know that. I believe Doug and I were talking about it, and Aiden as a rules lawyer and stuff, that there are feats that a character needs to get fancy. Like a pilot has special feats to like pilot well. Isn't there feats, or is it just set in the mechanics roles and tech roles about how you can angle the deflector shields? How some ships Go ahead.
Yes, that's a Starship Starship Tactics feat. Is the one that gives you access to all of the various Starship maneuvers.
Okay.
And it is the angle deflector shields that would be looking at.
Okay.
Once you take that feat, you end up getting a set of cards just like the force powers, but these are maneuver cards, and you can do, up to your bonus.
So if you don't have a feat, there's penalties. We got into a discussion about shooting into melee, not having precise shot, that kind of thing. And people just say, you can't do it, you don't have the feat. Well, that's not true. It's just characters aren't willing to take the -5 or -4 penalty because it seems wasteful not to, pick something out. And there's a lot of that thinking in D20 games going, well, I'm not attempting this act unless I have the feat that covers my ass or cancels the penalties or at least gives me a bonus. So with this way of thinking, I'm going to let you guys attempt this, and I'm going to turn it into a skill challenge. Okay. So I need somebody rolling knowledge technology to, figure out what they would need to do. But the idea here, like, since you've kind of told me what you want to do specifically, you would not be angling the deflector shields like 2 arcs on the port side. You guys would actually be moving or changing the harmonics of the emitters so that you almost pinpoint like a heavy, thick disc. Like something that's literally, 50 feet by 50 feet and really thick. You know what I mean? Like really focus them on a spot so that there's enough field interference that it could demagnetize or interfere with. You follow me? Instead of having this big arc in space or some second skin that's not going to do much, because I think that would be like a cheese go-to move going, well, you just turn on the shields and he pops off. It seems too simple. So in the spirit of the game, making it a challenge and allowing players to attempt anything with roles and skills. And it is a clever idea, right? And that's something else I'm trying to stay away from is like so many people going, can we do this? And the DM just goes, no. No, you can, but there's got to be a little bit more to it. Otherwise it sounds like a freebie, right? So following along here, and there's the aid and other rules if anyone wishes. Got 2 units.
I'll take aid for sure if someone wants to aid me on this, and I'm also going to spend a force point.
Ooh. So let's talk about the tech. So knowledge technology. Do you know the technology of shields, emitters, blah, blah, blah? Because you do not have the feat training. Not social science, knowledge tech.
Oh, sorry. Clicked the wrong one.
You do know that in many social situations, no one's tried this before. You're a genius. I can give you that.
All right, so I started with a 19. Let's chuck my force point up there.
Yeah.
4 bumps it up to a 23. Anybody want to aid me on this knowledge tech?
Well, I happen to be in the same room with you, so why not?
On comms, you could on comms, but there'd be a penalty without necessarily being in the room.
Oh, dude, I should just let you do it.
I was surprised you didn't, but
that pushes me up to 25, which probably hits the same threshold.
Okay, so this is what I'm looking for.
26.
2 successes. Oh, no, not one roll. We're talking about a skill challenge. Challenges is a number of successes before a number of failures. So it's like 3 successes before 2 fails, or 2 successes before a single fail, that kind of thing. So I'm going to go with 3 for 2. So this is your first roll, and he's aided you, right? Which brings you to a total of what?
25.
Okay, I will count that as a success. All right. So the clock is running. We're going to keep rolling. And before now, again, if you guys want to swap to left, that's fine. But you guys,
I'll swap over to left for sure.
You guys have multiple chances, and you can keep going until you hit that 3rd success, unless you get 2 fails in a row before you get to that 3rd success. You follow me? It's not like 5 rolls. It's like, what are you going to hit first? 2 fails, which is going to come faster, then 3 successes. You know what I mean? So and it's worth XP in the whole bit. So success number 1.
Okay.
Out of the bell.
I get annoyed. Fine, left. Fine. If you know so much, why don't you do it?
Okay, that's not really aiding another.
I mean,
points for role playing, but he's not allowed to aid you now, and he's pissy.
The idea was quite solid, but if you do it quite a little bit differently from another angle.
Let's have an angle.
Oh, I see what you're doing there. Right. So if you angle the other deflector to meet that one at a convex angle.
So that's me using my burst of inspiration for an additional +5, rolling a 29, and I happen to have force points sitting around.
Okay.
And there's my aid roll, which was a fail.
Sitting around. Sitting around. We have patrons that love this show so much, they're going the extra mile in their contribution to bank force points for you guys to bail yourselves out of terrible situations or whatever. So, and I know I've been very generous. I'm almost got to a point where I haven't been using the patron points because of role playing. Oh, you get a patron point. You get a force point, whatever. So I'm going to dial that back for the rest of the season. So you guys have your own character points and may have to, rely on some guys showing you the money because I've been rather generous. It's been pointed out. I've been rather generous with force points last season and this season. So please don't throw them around like loose water, Dr. Leth and the rest of you, because,
No. It's more along the lines of you described this as 2 successes in a row and
3 successes in a row versus 2 fails. So you got
yes.
So you're 2 for 2. And the force point brought you up to 30. Okay. And no, there's no critical success in this. You got to show up on another Friday night for those kind of rolls.
That's fair.
Okay. So please, gentlemen, continue. Oh, actually, you know what? Pausing the, dramatic, skill check. Meanwhile, making his way along the hull and granting access and doors, we had our young Jedi had made it to the, where he believes, I think you got like right under where you think he was, or he was going to come in, right? You're at the back.
Yeah, you had said it was under the fountain or just above the fountain.
Yeah. So, assuming by this point you got enough doors open, and you gunned your way over there, what do you want to do now?
Well, I hear them, doing their talk about, trying to adjust the deflector shields.
Yeah, they're flirting in the bridge. What can you do?
I want to see what happens.
I'll adjust your deflector shields, left.
Like, Poser's curious, so he's just gonna sit there and just wait.
Okay.
So,
no fusion cutter suddenly erupts, no pinpoint glow, but you hear, like some boot stomping or whatever, and then you hear this bit of a creaking groan, like something large, and buffered. Oh, it sounds like it's far away because it's through the. You know what I mean? Through the hull, but something large moving up there.
Okay.
And it's like,
all right.
Can I have a knowledge tech or intelligence roll from you, sir?
Knowledge what?
Tech.
Oh, knowledge tech.
I'd even go with the mechanics. Mechanics also.
Okay.
I'd even go with a piloting check, whatever you favor. But the DCs in my head are going to be very different as I go further and further away from
27 mechanics.
He's messing with the communications deaths. That's the only thing that's up there that make that much noise if he hacked into it and got it to move or fire up or, do something.
Okay. Can I use the force to detect where he is?
Sure, perceive. To perceive.
Like pinpoint?
Yeah.
Yeah. Ready? 22.
Yep. The dish, I believe, is above the next room. Like, see the giant triangle of the hull that's just in front of the engines? So through the next doors, you'd be directly under the dish and, of course, like him.
Okay.
Now, think of the dish mount to be an altar. So the closer you get under him, technically the higher up he is because he's on this dish mount kind of thing.
Right.
He's not on the hull anymore. He's walking up the side of this dish mount thing that holds up the neck, which holds up the dish, which holds it away from the hull up in the air, right? But technically closing in.
Okay.
Now, you guys managed to get ship systems enough you could open all doors, or were we going door by door here?
No, we opened them all.
Yeah, okay. So you come through into this large, another exotic room. Gotta love these counselor ships. Everything is like, it's almost like Star Trek carpeting. Everything's so nice. The doors go swish just for effect, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's annoying as hell.
Reminds me of the Banshee.
It's so nice back here. What is this place? Actually, checking our map in the top corner, like the legend, you are, if I'm not correct, can you guys see the dish on there? If you look at the top corner of the map, top left. And it's kind of hidden because everything's red. Yeah.
I see it. Yeah, I do actually see it.
Yeah, a lot of the detail of
the small detail on this didn't come through.
Yeah, the what's what. Anyway, large room, and I believe this is a lot to do with the actual reacting core. You have several seats and modules and glowing panels to your right that are stand-up wall-to-wall, like ye old computer cabinet, with glowing lights you stand at and do, that kind of thing. Battery droid on the left, and the chairs and stuff seem to be console controls that would all aid or dissuade engine functions, as well as probably the communications array, which is right above you.
Okay. With that knowledge, what I'm going to do is focus on where he is, tap into the Force, and try and lift him off the side of the ship.
Do you need line of sight for that? Because like if the power says line of sight, that kind of overrules the I sense him around concealment.
It does say line of sight.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I think that would just be something that's looped into the hard rules so that power cannot be just, you know what I mean? Everything's on attacking my ship. I just bubble and, maybe we'll get into the Force Unleashed book next season. No. We promised we wouldn't. But not bad. Getting back to our skill check at the bridge. Dun dun dun. Boys. You got all the segue music from the movies memorized. I'd say that was cheesy, but I'm actually impressed that he just goes there as soon as
I can't help it. It's all in my head.
No, it's good. The guy.
Maybe I'm crazy.
The guy likes Star Wars.
Definitely, I'm crazy. All right, so here's my aid roll.
A few other minor calculations here and there.
Come on, be successful. Oh, 25.
Ooh, soft fingers on your shoulder, Leth. You feel inspired.
That is another 25.
Oh, you're in sync together. You press the button, your fingers touch. And that is a very cringy success.
Our own little personal Lady in the Tramp scene.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we both we both hit the same button at the same time.
And then, of course, you look up at each other and
you.
Yeah. So, so there's
that's how long it took for the image to pop into his head right there. I saw it happen.
You know what the best part is Poser, the Jedi formerly known as Poser, is actually contemplating his use and strength of the Force if he can pop this guy into space. And then you literally hear this sort of field static. You sense it because you're sensing him. An energy field forms around him and the dish while you're thinking about using Force energy, right? And boop, and he's spacewalking. And you sense him, just kind of drifting, going, like doing the space treading water thing, like towards it, like, no, going for the synth thread rope, shooting it, and like the streamer that goes way out and then falls short, like at a birthday party. Just, no. And into space he goes.
I think that was me.
Can I have either Jay or Matt give me a percentage roll?
All right.
Higher the better, because I'm going to assign a percentage chance that we have focused
42.
Oh, I know how much you like that number.
It's the answer for everything.
I gave a 40% chance that the field was so strong, it popped the Z95. 40% chance of that happening, but since you rolled over, it did not. And the Z95 manages to cling to the hull. And I'm just giving out toys left and center. Thank you, roll 20.
Yes.
Success.
I mean, if they're going to attack us with the Z95, then they can expect us to take Z95.
And so ends our encounter with the pirates, because one, hyperspace the hell out of there. One, I guess we'll never know. Well, I guess you could do a data retrieval to find out what he was doing with the dish.
Well, I mean, we could recover him.
Yeah.
That would be the not murdery thing to do.
You're just trying to you're trying to repel borders. I'm not going to give you a DP for like bumping him off into space when he was trying to cut his way in. That's sort of a defense. No, I don't think that's so terrible. He's in a suit. You know, if he doesn't reach his ship or that's kind of his. You know what I mean?
Story.
It's.
One of our fans in the stream said, "Lesson for hostile spacewalkers and climbers alike: clip in."
Well said, sir.
True story.
Well said.
All right. So, crisis averted.
Oh, Snowmobile. Oh, we know this guy. Welcome back. Haven't seen him in a while. And wise words to anyone wanting to be a pirate.
Or a rock climber.
Or a rock climber. Or a spacewalker. Or a
spacewalker.
skywalker.
Well, yes.
Or. So, guys, I would like you guys to now take a crap ton of 10 and 20, because at your leisure, you guys can start scrubbing ship systems, applying your own security measures, rooting out malware.
I need my best mechanics.
Acoustics.
Oh yeah, of
I
course.
need my best mechanics down in the engine room, adjusting the engines to emit a different frequency for the.
Your best mechanic is. Oh, Merrick, he's left the show. I'm sorry. Oh, too soon.
Master,
too soon.
would you like to interrogate the prisoners?
Oh, prisoners, yeah. Sure. Where should we keep them?
Hey.
Well, at the moment, they're being stored on our ship in one of the old cabins.
Our force complaining you're not done with him yet. Hey, don't leave me here in pieces, dude.
Don't move.
Ha, 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 ha.
Actually, XS, I would quite prefer you to continue repairs. We'll deal with the interviews on our own, but I
can continue to do both things, sir.
Oh, if you can continue to do it well. Oh, you mean simply guarding them? Yeah, that's fine. That's indeed what I meant.
Can multitask. How dope!
That's why I have 4 arms.
All right, so let's do some ship shuffling. Clamp the Z95 onto the Archelon, the open.
Okay.
Dock and clamp.
I think someone has to do a spacewalk.
I was gonna say, like, you're calling Poser on the comm to like, hey, go get that Z95, and it's like all you can hear is like hard rock echoing from some chamberous room, right? Like,
Hard rock? What are you talking about? It's heavy metal.
heavy metal.
Come on.
Hard something. Punk rock.
Punko Rocco.
Punk rock.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. So we'll do some ship shuffling.
Okay. No, seriously, that is actually a challenge in itself, because that's not easy. You guys want that Z95? Nope. I want another skill challenge.
Sure.
And clip in,
Clip in, bitches. Yeah, true story. Well, no, we could
send one of the droids. Doesn't need to breathe.
Oh man, it was like I was gonna wait till one of you guys were out there. It's like the non-breathing droid calls you. Would you like some help? That is true.
Yeah, we'll take a crap load of 10s and 20s to, unlock all the systems, get full access to the ship, take time to do a damage review to see if it's beat up or anything. Like, it didn't appear to be in the best shape.
It's seen its share of battles and such. But like the stats I was reading off, 950 this, turbo laser that, do stand. Now the picture is like loaded with guns, right?
Yeah.
But they only have like one that's functional beside the tractor beam. So like the picture is sort of a, you know, best guess or the closest I could get to like the actual thing there. But that's a lot of money and time and repair in the future, because there's also like this belonged to the Republic, which is
I
now
want to
the
make
Empire?
sure it can make a jump to hyperdrive, because I want to go hide it somewhere so we can deal with it after we deal with our mission.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. So, speaking of said mission, I'll be so happy as to say, you know, segue away from the time, as long as you guys are happy to sitting here in orbit. Like Almus can wait as long as you, because it was like go inspect and find this Jedi that could have been killed off a million times. Like, if you guys don't mind just sitting in orbit and taking the hours or days or whatever you need to do, like, to pull all this off.
I'm
right?
okay with that. Is anybody in a hurry? I mean,
Actually, there's
there's that force cancer thing. Are you gonna tell me about that, or do I have to sense it on
there
my
was
own?
something else I was doing.
Boss, the planet has a growth that we should really keep an eye on. You know, go down there and do a biopsy, won't you, Jedi? So,
so, oh no, never mind. That's only immediate future.
okay. So let us assume, in the many, many hours that pass, that our Jedi is happy with a room he can rock out on, that we've tagged out TXS, who has rocket boots and can fly around a hull and not breathe, to retrieve. Can you pilot a ship, TXS? Piloting? No?
I don't have pilot, but
You're not trained in piloting?
unless it's
I mean,
no, but unless
Arthur
it's a
is-
difficult thing.
That's fair. Also, Arthur, well, not a full flight. He does have levitation and mag boots as well. So,
Well,
I mean, I shouldn't have to pilot.
Well, worst comes to worst, you
myself
could carry
with a
you
locomotion.
could carry the astromech out there, TX, and just dump him in the ship and go, there you go, Mr. Master Pilot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
That's true too.
you know,
I think we probably
And I
would have
should be able to
taken-
dock a ship, because you can do general functions without having the pilot skill. You just can't be doing complicated stuff. or
landing
getting
it
into
in the
fights.
great big whole circle, which is Mos Eisley's Bay 94, sure, but in a 3D space of rotation onto a little clip on the back, I'd actually call that at least one piloting check.
That makes sense.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I would say it's a difficult.
Well, in that
thing
case,
to
why wouldn't? In that case, another option would be to finish the repairs on Arthur and then send him out.
You no offense to TSX, but you can use him like a jetpack. He can carry a character, drop him in the cockpit, fly back.
Yeah. Would hover work as locomotion in a vacuum? I would assume so. Then R4 doesn't need me, but I'm happy to do it.
As long as you guys like pop him onto the hull, and then he just uses the
Clip
hull.
in.
Yeah, like uses the hull like a hover. Like, it should be okay. Anyway, instead of me constantly coaching you guys of what you can or exactly go about it, I am confident with my own ideas, and that you guys would come around to similar ideas, that it can get done. So,
Sweet.
Back to Poser's got a new jam shell. You guys take custody of 2 ships, 3 when you the Z95. We
and move the prisoners into things here, and post TP as guard on them.
put them in the big ship, their own brig, as it were.
Yeah.
Okay.
And maybe even before we do that, take some time and reinforce them a bit. I'm not going to let Aiden sit on his laurels. Get to work, mechanics, bitch. We lost the big guy. I need you, kid. Come on.
Oh well, it's nice to see that I'm finally appreciated.
Yeah, he just like welds them into their brig deck and tells, okay, they've got the prisoners have 2 hours of air, job done. They're not getting out of there. What?
Let me aid you, poser.
Careful what you wish for, right?
Mechanics of 28.
Okay.
With an 8 other from me.
I'm assuming we're talking about undoing the damage that 2 of you did in said brig earlier. To not only fix it, but make it better so that the same shit can be done. Okay.
And then I'll post TP down there as guard.
Yep, that's good. Put him at the end of the hallway. Him and his squeaky toy. How annoying is that? You give a droid a squeaky toy and he just steps on it and all the prisoners are like, "What the hell is that outside? Like, what is guarding?" You know, just get them to step on it once in a while. Squeak.
Squeak.
I'll tell you, like, that would be really, because a droid would have that endless patience of like just every 20 minutes. Just
My dog,
give it
he
a-
just ran in with a toy.
Oh, don't come on! I was working with the sound.
Droid
Interrupt-
squeaky.
I-
I mean, it's my Wookiee. New character. You'll meet him later.
of anyone that I didn't think would, break the fourth wall. Wait, it's been too long since you've been on stage, buddy. COVID's like made you rusty.
Oh, dude, man, you should have heard my band on the weekend. Oh, it was harsh. But practice, we're starting regular practice again soon. I think it's going to be on Thursdays from the way things are looking right now. Just giving you a heads up.
Well, the good thing about a stage setup is you're pretty much guaranteed to be 6 feet apart.
This is true.
So, enough about hoping garages have enough ventilation. It made me think of it, actually, Poser looking for his room. So, gaining control of ship.
Yep.
Now, there are full sweeps diagnostics. There's a lot going on in a big ship, and that's going to take time or days or whatever. So, maybe some surprises in the future. Using your own brig to the surviving pirates that may wake up later. And who's going to pilot the Archelon? Like, now, Merrick's Z95 that's on one part of that clip cluster is gone. You're replacing it with theirs. Rahal's ship is on the clip cluster, and Poser's ship is in the docking bay with folded wings, right?
Yep.
Okay, other pirate bailed. So now, with the starfighters, we'll always call those separate, right? Ships, colossal size, right? You have two. Who is piloting what, where? What do you guys want to do? Tons of hours go by, maybe even days.
I would say we'll attach to the docking clamp, the Archelon to the docking clamp of the Blood Brother, and then take everybody to a new destination, and then come back on the Archelon, and then we can like power the thing down and to hide it so it can't be detected. Blah blah blah. And at some point in time, I will get on the comms with ye old Merrick, or I'll just send him a transmission with the coordinates. Tell him I got a present for him to pick up. He needs to scrub it, make it legit for our little operation, his side business.
So,
because he learned so much from Rahal.
So you're going to leave this in orbit?
No, I'm gonna not here.
Okay.
Not just gonna leave it here. I'm gonna take it to a.
Like now?
Yeah, just jump it somewhere.
Okay.
There's
To
an
hide it.
asteroid belt. in this
Asteroid
system.
belt.
There is one around Elmas. Like this, it's like, and it is.
Oh, if there is
like-
one, if
like
there's one
you
around
guys,
Almas,
you
then
guys
for
are
sure.
in a remote, forgotten, broken down system with an asteroid belt. Going, where are we going to hide our new ship? Well, here. That's why the
Yeah, that's
pirates
fair.
were here. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. So then, yes, hide it in the
Yeah,
asteroid
yeah,
field, and then we'll continue our journey with the.
So you're going to land the
Archelon.
You're going to go to Elmas with the Archelon.
Yes,
Okay. Who's the?
I think that's a wise decision. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Yeah, works for me.
No.
I didn't exactly move my lab over, so
Okay. So who is aboard the Blood Brother besides pirate prisoners? Just TP?
Oh yeah, I'll leave TP there to guard them.
Okay.
Poser will hang out with TP as well, give them some enjoyable background music.
Okay.
And by that, I mean torture them with heavy metal.
Yeah. You get.
I mean, hey, if they're into it, they're into it. Hey,
Yeah.
I got an audience.
Comes out with new yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I get to test my new
that's funny.
material with
a
them.
captive audience.
What? You gonna stay up here and entertain them, or is this just through hollow feed?
No, I'm gonna stay up there and entertain them. I'm sure this area is probably the best acoustics anyway.
Okay. So you're not doing the mission to Elmas?
Oh well, I was gonna.
That's what I say. You guys.
Sorry, I thought we were just talking about on the way to the asteroid belt. No,
Well,
I'm
it's right there.
absolutely gonna be there for all
Yeah.
this.
Okay. So when you leave the ship near the asteroid belt and go to Elmas aboard the Archelon, is anybody
Yeah.
staying behind to guard the prisoners?
TP. I'll leave
Just TP.
TP
Okay, so-
behind
right,
to
so-
guard the prisoners.
So it's just like, please feed the prisoners. And that's it. Put a note on the fridge. He's good. Please,
Yep.
please feed and water every 8 hours, right?
Well, he is a security droid.
Oh, yeah.
He's the Batman of droids.
Oh yeah, no, totally. He opens the door and he's like, "Citizen, here is your meal," and he shoves in a tray of slop, of freaking applesauce.
You should make sure to mention to Merrick that there are prisoners on board. We don't want him to not realize that and then just.
Oh, of course. Then he gets the dark side points.
No, you come up there and they've all joined Merrick's mercenaries. They're all like, oh wow, we didn't know we could make money by like, being hired as opposed to stealing shit. Wow, we're new men. Instead of a saw, he's got a squeaky toy. You never know. People could change of heart, right? Love show them the way. So, right, getting back to the main mission for Elmus. Yes, it is time.
Sounds good to me.
Time, Mufasa, to get on with this. All right. So we breach atmosphere, right? Sounds good.
Yep.
And bring her down where? Elmus is known for its massive fields of plains of grassy, glowing plant life. And, of course, there is that, now that you've breached atmosphere, Mr. Witt, can I have a use the force check? You feel strange.
Use the force check of 31.
Okay.
Force is strong with this one.
You feel cold. As the ship brings down in bearing and lands on its final run, the second it touches down, you have a strange, cold feeling that goes right up your back, but emanates from like port side of ship.
Ooh. Is anybody else getting the willies from this place?
Yes. I'm not surprised
Oh.
you can feel it.
Well, in that case, shall we check the atmosphere?
Yes, you guys want to use ship sensors to detect what's going on?
Sure.
Okay. You detect only a few life forms in the vicinity, and it reads the planet's atmosphere is cold and has a very high oxygen concentration. Ooh, Dr. Left, can I have a treat injury or medical check from you, sir? Anytime.
Do you want a treat injury or a life sciences?
Life sciences.
That is a 19.
If it has high oxygen, it actually it kind of puts in your brain that like, oh, maybe I should actually scan the atmosphere for traces of like every element. This little idea of life sciences pops in your brain. So you do so, and you find the air contains traces of toxins like methane and phosphorus.
Yes, well, toxic atmosphere, as probably predicted, considering the initial high oxygen concentration.
Now, there is good news. Can I have another life sciences? How many suits did we wrangle off of good old Captain? You remember that argument?
5 or 4?
Well,
That is a life science of 30.
you don't need enviro suits, you just need breath masks, and you'll be fine. But, suits have everything if you're worried.
Yes.
Life sciences of 30. While your boys are here on planet, and as long as they, take steps to, with breath masks and stuff to avoid the toxic atmosphere. I know it's funny because you're not breathing the atmosphere, but the oxygen in the air still enriches one's cells, and your wounds and hit points will equal to healing 1.5 times faster their normal character level, rounded down. So if you are X amount of level and would have normally healed 10 hit points, you'll actually get 15 while on this planet because of the oxygen-rich, rotten egg smelling, methane, phosphorus, but also oxygen, So good and bad. So, can anyone tell me how long a breath mask lasts? Or does it just filter the air, or does it actually have a tank? I'm assuming it filters, hence you would gain the benefits of the oxygen. Makes sense to me, right? You're not actually hooked up to a tank. Breath masks filter toxins and leave the oxygen, and then you get that.
Provides 1 hour of
1 hour.
breathable air.
Oh, really? It is a tank. Okay. So I guess we're just going with good old skin exposure to the
Before
oxygen.
the filter needs to be replaced.
Oh, okay. So it's not a tank. It is a filter that just gets gummed up. Okay. Well, that makes sense.
The atmospheric canister, maybe it's like one of those little
Yeah, there's a picture. It looks like, or it's a picture of Chewbacca. It looks like, just like a little air canister that's hooked up to a tube that's just hooked up to a face mask that's strapped to him.
Yeah, like the old dentist chair ones. It's the little. It looks like the giant plastic nose that goes over your
What
nose. and mouth.
Han and Leia wear
Yeah,
when they're
yeah.
shooting the
Mylox or Murlocs or whatever.
yeah
Minox.
yeah
Minox.
Minox
Yeah.
off of the
Chewing on
ship.
power cables. Okay. So who's got breath masks?
I do, but I'm gonna wear an environmental suit.
Ah!
I argued for it. Damn it! It's the principle.
Okay. Takes him an hour to change into it, and then he reveals that he took an hour to paint pinstripes on it.
Damn straight I did.
Can I take your breath mask? If you aren't using it.
Sure. Chuck it over.
In our party supply, or is everyone going to have to wear those full suits? Anyone else? I mean, the droids
I
don't breathe.
don't need those weakness
Yeah.
things.
Stand up, represent. First bone of contention. I don't breathe, Master.
Oh wait, I don't have one. My bad, Aiden.
Yeah,
We'll
well,
have to wear one of those suits.
Yeah.
Suit up, gentlemen.
All right, come on. Get in the good old 1980s spacewalk, shuttle, dun, 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 Billy Bob, big freaking hands and everything. Right? Here we go, bouncing across the atmosphere container. Dun, 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 dun. So, we land, and I'm assuming you guys want to land just outside of the city where the academy is, just outside of this,
Yep.
Okay.
Unless they've got an official spaceport.
They do, but you also notice that your, shall we say, cancerous feeling emanates from the city and goes out kilometers. So you guys are like in that sort of
The radius of evil.
Yes, and like I said, once you guys touch down, you feel that cold,
I'm going to search my feelings to see if it would be a better idea for us to not be landing in the cancer zone.
You feel a strange feeling that messes with your... Oh, sorry, give me a roll.
Ta-da. 35.
You are confident it will not affect your health or state of mind. However, it will affect not your force powers, but it almost jams them. This dark side interference allows its dominance to totally screw with anything that is contributed to the sense force option of the skill of any force using character, as in all your force senses just went offline because of the dark white noise that is just staticked around this cancer that's making you guys feel tingly and cold and weird, because this place is strong with the dark side and it's overwhelming your senses, and that's all you can sense. Hence, no use of sense powers. No peeking behind concealed things, Mr. Jedi. No. Well, you can always search your feelings. I mean, you got pockets, put your hands in them. But yes, with a dynamic roll, you use the third Force 35. I literally spell it out for you. Your feelings are like, well, I don't know about you, but it's like walking around with one eye closed and one finger in my ear. I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
Well, I'm not like Poser. I haven't grown accustomed
Dependent.
to the Force.
Dependent. It's like it's like a crutch.
You watch your mouth.
Hey,
You watch your mouth there.
you want a crutch on wheels? You know? Dark side.
Oh,
Go
yeah,
spell-
crutch on
Roll
wheels to the
skates.
cripple.
Sorry. Roller skates. Roller skates. No. Come on. There is a terminology of like, no, you know, don't let this thing or state of mind prop you up. It's a crutch. That's a term, man. I wasn't going there.
Oh, no, I know. Oh, come on. If I can't give you a hard time, who can?
Okay. Now, if I offered you a dark side,
Me.
if I offered you a dark side wheelchair on wheels, well, then you know, start the hate mail. But I did not. So,
All right.
Unlimited mobility.
Wait, as opposed to a dark side wheelchair with no wheels?
it
Dark
just
side
floats
wheelchair
along.
with no wheels.
I-
Yeah, that's the
Oh god, I love it. He just lightning forces the ground and lifts the wheelless chair. Unlimited mobility. You know. Puts his wrist behind him. You know. Then they just show this cutscene of like him joining pod races and winning and doing all kinds of awesome shit, all dependent on his new mobility, right? The Tour de France. All these Twi'leks with their head tails flapping on bikes, and he just goes flying by. Yeah, it's just endless. Anyway.
Some ancient Jedi falling to the dark side simply so he could move.
God. Throws his cane away. Screw this. His eyes start glowing, but he just starts levitating. Oh, I feel much better. Master, are you okay? Shut up. I'm getting my own.
totally be a skit right off a robot chicken.
God. We're going to an uncomfortable place here.
I'm talking about, I'll have a grand old time.
Yeah. Well, they say comedians like, oh no, you can't say that. That's our word or whatever. Like, Aiden and myself are very familiar with self and family being, of that ilk. So please don't be offended. We're only making fun of ourselves. Moving on. Yeah.
So landing, it's not gonna like eat our ship.
No.
It just
Nope.
gives me that fuzzy feeling.
It gives you weird. And as you guys head towards the city, yes, because that is the plan, right?
Yep.
You guys get to like that inside a kilometer, and it's literally like, it's not a wall, but it just becomes like tangible, like your force senses become blocked. Not your force powers, just using the force for any of those sense force options. Unavailable. They go offline because of the dark side domination, which I think is really cool. Actually, it's just like a way to give the characters never mind. So the city itself. Would you like to see it? Let's
Yes,
all go to
very
the.
much.
Let's all go to the
Absolutely
city. Let's leave. Screw this place.
Yeah, nah.
I can't smell the flowers. Damn it, we need to leave.
The map provided was very strange. It was literally just a black and white, perfectly circular hub with crosses for streets through it and a whole bunch of buildings and a couple circles on the side going, this is your spaceport. And in the middle is your academy. It was so redundant. It just basically, the city is literally a hub, a perfect circular hub with you guys on the southwestern compass point spaceport. And as you trek through the creepy city and get closer to, where you guys know the academy to be, the city is empty of men, women, and children. Hostile winds whip up through the lifeless streets and between the alleyways of abandoned buildings. Unlike most of the planet, here, the unchecked Kaluthan, which is our grass, has taken over. This stuff growing up to 2 meters tall in some parts of the city. Almost like Will Smith's Legend, right? And you see all the buildings overgrown with trees and shrubs and everything and the wildlife. It's just kind of become that dystopian, post-apocalyptic kind of looking world. The city is just, nature has retaken. Only the thing is, it's just this one plant. Fields and fields of this Cuthlan grass that glows. And some of the stuff is 2 meters tall. That's like over 6 feet. And yet, The plant fails to mask a lot of strewn debris and the occasional decomposing body. The calling cards of looters and bandits who have plundered the city after the unexpected attack we learned about 2 years ago. As you walk through the discarded remnants of old lives, you notice the empty twin buildings housing the local children's school. To your left, you see faded graffiti on the wall below a sign that reads Remembrance Hall. A collective chill runs down all of your spines as you make out suspiciously red letters that say, Death to the Unfaithful. When you get within 100 meters of the Academy room...
I'm going to draw my pistol.
Yeah. Yeah.
Death to the unfaithful.
Yeah, sure.
My weapons are drawn and my shield is up.
Yep.
Sounds reasonable.
Yep.
Yeah.
You literally just walk by the blood red graffiti and everyone just casually nods and just starts pulling out weapons and guns.
Yeah, just like,
put a knife in the teeth, there's no armed, there's no, you know what I mean? Everyone gets a vibroblade between their teeth and a pistol in every hand,
I can't see that going well.
Well, if you hold it right, it actually vibrates the plaque off. It's
the plaque off.
Yeah.
That's why everybody in Star Wars has beautiful smiles.
It's true. It's true.
It's the vibro teeth toothbrush.
I mean, even when Vader's choking a dude, they make that cringy like lip curl as they choke, but they all got beautiful teeth. The dental care.
Danger, Master Leth. Danger.
Yeah. When you get within 100 meters of the Academy ruins, you realize that all the Cufflin inside the radius has suddenly died off. This area is as dead as the entire planet was a millennia ago.
I'd like to draw another gun. This just keeps getting worse.
Oh, yeah. It's like, huh. Now, before you got to Elmis, we went over the planet knowledge. It's an expansion region. It's considered desolate wasteland with temperate Coughlin grasslands, has high oxygen. We went through all that stuff, which you guys knew. And then there was a whole bunch of other information. And Rahal's like, nope, don't care, don't want to know. This entire column. But that's fine. You do you. Can I have perception from all, please?
$11.
That'd be a 30.
Ooh, nice. 23.
Nice. I love how in this adventure they give you a very base generic DC that's not hard, right? And then they make it hard by going, ooh, but there's a -5 penalty for the distance. Because this is, you guys are looking all around, squinting at a city. What I've posted here is the city as you guys enclose upon one of the central parts of the city, which is the actual ruins of the Academy itself. You guys all see this?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We are coming in, not on actually one of the main roads. You guys sort of emerge sort of from the top left corner, as it were. A few of you, okay, two of you, Rahal and Askaleth, have this feeling, and then it literally becomes movement and eyes in the darkness. You're being watched. You can't determine who or what's spying on you, but there's that sort of, do I see eyes peeking from that shadow and then they're gone, and do I see something moving and then a slinking shadow kind of thing, like, something's out there watching us and it's been tracking us, like, who are they, what are they doing, where are they going, kind of thing. It's been a continuous, right? Because it's not like something like a sniper or something where they're just stoic looking over. Something is keeping blocks away and matching, and like, oh, something over there, and then, oh, something over there, like left, right, like, we're being not herded, but something is definitely keeping tabs on us. What do we want to do?
Well, do we care about being watched? At the moment, it doesn't seem hostile.
You tell us?
Oh, no, that is exactly what I say.
Rahal would just be like, yeah, we got some company here. Can't really make out what it is. But they ain't attacking, so just be ready, I guess.
I have a bad feeling about this.
You and me both.
Droid stole his line. The non-force droid. I love it. As you near what may have been one of the entrances to the Academy grounds, suddenly a cacophony of barely intelligible voices assails your ears. So, moving in, if you're looking at the map here, do you see how the rubble kind of goes up to the left and V's around? You guys are coming up around those statues, right? In between the statues and just like in that cusp of the rubble, like you can hear voices echoing from around the corner. It's almost like being a schoolyard and everyone's like around the corner yelling and playing. You don't see them, but you can hear them because it's so obvious. And of course, all the bare stone is making all the voices echo. But the talking, it's barely intelligible. You can't figure out what they're saying or who's saying it, because everyone's talking at once and there's a bunch of people. It sails your ears. Do we move closer?
I'll take out my hollow recorder and try to record some of the audio.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, close in.
Do the whole like.
Does that mean you're sneaking?
Yeah.
Oh
no, just like pushing our way through the sound.
Oh.
Grin and bear it. Buckling down.
All right.
Can I take another perception check to see if I see anything different now?
Sure. You can always ask for them. Never hurts. Got a new map. You guys move into the rubble and come around looking for an entrance. Like, you guys are like trying to scour the rubble, getting closer. You're looking for obviously an entrance to the academy. I mean, that's why we're here, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Sort of doing the old threading the needle, as it were, through part of the ruins, coming around, and just beyond these big boulders, you see two small groups of aliens. You see 3 rotund beings in spacesuits, towering over 5 little aliens that look like rabid canines with blue fur. Now, before we press pause on the scene here, before we get into too much, I literally want to show you what these look like. So our big, gooey, multi-eyed guy in a spacesuit like you guys are the 3. And the little furry dude with tufts on his ears, he looks gray here, but he's actually blue, looking at junk about the size of a Kender, are numbering 5. And I've represented them on the map. Here we go. Seeing this here? But have a good look, yeah? Y'all see this? Burn these aliens into your mind, yeah? They're arguing. Almost comically. A member of each group, so you've got 3 on 3, and then 2 others trying to tag team the big guys, are engaged in what looks like a tug of war, which looks like the upper half of a tarnished silver protocol droid. Get your unholy pseudopod off this holy artifact zip thing, the big one says. The little guy retorts, from our dead cold paws, ugly Uggar feed being, we did the locating, finding of the silverish pretty some treasure pre-secondary. It is unfortunate, the half-droid says, that Jedi Master Lannis never programmed me for a Doutremont of this particular design. Everyone spots you, and one of the big ones yells out at you guys, hey, by you! Probably a tap from a third guy that's just kind of watching the rubble, sees you guys, sneaking up. By you! One of the larger ones yells, popping off its helmet, turning part of its flabby, amoebic body into an arm to wave you over. Hey, by you! Tell Squib Zinners we find this holy artifact indefinitely dims indefinitely before dem. Please. And like the little blue guys are like, nuh-uh.
Okay.
It seems you...
Hold on a second.
Yes?
Alright. Everybody settle down. Put down the droid, and we can discuss this. Alright? So, what happened? What is the importance of this, and who discovered it? I'll point to the little ones first.
Scavengers.
You little ones first.
Scavengers. Given the scum that usually shows up in the wake of a battle or planetary catastrophe, these forgers seem relatively harmless. However, the fact that they have what may some call, property or a sentient being, though he's in bad shape because like just half of them, and they're arguing over what you guys may or may not consider a life form, is a bit of a dilemma. A dilemma hopefully you guys will solve next time on We Shot First, Season 4. Say goodnight, young Jedi.
Good night.